Hey everybody, welcome to Half-Beard Sud's Heads Up. Today we're checking out Trap Dead Lockdown by Head Up Games and Big Moon Games, as you saw there. The original Trap Dead was not a critical darling, let's put it that way. I played like a half hour of it seemingly forever ago, and it didn't control well, it wasn't very well designed, it just wasn't very fun. From what I can tell, this sequel, I suppose, has almost nothing at all to do with the original Trap Dead. Like, at all. Whatsoever. So, that's important to note. Instead, this is a Diablo-style kind of action RPG in the zombie apocalypse with a couple neat aspects to it. It's not a fantastic game. There's definitely some issues. We'll get into it. But for what it is, I think it's actually not bad. I think there's some entertaining stuff here. And there's some decent presentation. Like, I think the story stuff looks okay. There's some okay voice acting going on. And the gameplay it's okay. It's all right. There's some promise there. So we'll get into it. We'll let this title screen fill out first. Yeah. Zombies. There's our character classes. There's 5 character classes. All with their own storylines, which is kind of interesting. I built my exorcist here, but we're gonna make a new dude just for the sake of this, and then we'll go check out my exorcist later. Just gonna show how the game can be crazy. So you got 5 different character classes. You got the marine, the butcher, the exorcist, the marshal, and the assassin. Each of them is skilled in different kinds of weapons and has a completely different skill tree. Let's go with the butcher, because he looks pretty badass. Powerful class, excels, blah, blah, blah. Daughter trapped in the middle of the zombie apocalypse. We're gonna go save her. Type your name. Name is Butcher, because I'm not gonna come back to this character again. We'll play on normal. And we will jump into it. Show what the deal is. We'll play as Butcher. Starts on Church Street. I think the general storyline, like the level progression, is the same for each character, but there's a story. Did I just prep? Oh, damn it. That's my own fault. I pressed create again, like an idiot. There we go. This guy, he's who I want to play as. Start the game. There we go. All hell has broken loose. What was that thing? It jumped right from the car, because that's the way the story starts, is you're driving a car. Yeah. This looks different when you're the exorcist. It's a picture of one of your church brothers. But it all starts with you in a car crash. That's kind of neat, and there's, clearly different assets there. Voice acting sounds good. Oh no, the music stings are coming to get me. And then my goal is going to be to get out of this car and chop some zombies to death. Also, I'm going to note, we're going to see this guy's character model in a second. This guy was just driving around town, shirtless, covered in blood. Like you do. I'm going to just skip through all this tutorial dialogue, because I know what it all does. Thank you. No, fuck off, tutorial dialogue. I got it. Thank you. Destroy container. Yeah, there's kind of a involved tutorial at the start that doesn't like to shut the hell up. Got a pipe wrench, open the spacebar, check out my inventory. We're gonna put this. Yeah, no, I got it. Stats and stuff. I'm sure there's a way to skip this tutorial. I should have clicked it in the options, but I did not think to do that, and that is my fault. Oh well. It's showing all the stuff. I'll go over it in more detail later. So yeah, got a whole bunch of slots, pants, shirts, equipment. All these can provide different stats. You've also got food and medicine items. Food items are basically your potions. You'll collect a number of different food items as time goes on, and you'll use them for various things, but we'll get into that later. And medicine is useful kind of once the big story twist happens, which I will get into in a little bit. You got skills. You get specific skills for your weapons. You get passive skills. You get active skills. You get more points for your melee stuff. We'll get into all this later. Let's go wander around, beat stuff to death. Go talk to, Oh, yeah, no, I got it. I understand how these kind of games work.
I need you to open the gate.
Insane?
Yeah, that's good animation.
Try the church.
He's telling me to go to the church, so I'm instead going to go in the store and murder some zombies. You can go walk inside a lot of buildings. Like, it's not a big open world. It is 100% level progression, but there's, you can go check out a lot more stuff than you might expect, which I think is pretty nice. Grab that orange. Now I can press 1 to eat an orange. I'm also going to go equip this cleaver. So this is your right-hand weapon. This is your left click. This is your right click, which it's really confusing. I really don't like that that's the way they've chosen to do it, but whatever. And now I've got a cleaver. A cleaver and a wrench. Anything else in here? No. You'll find boxes and stuff all around that have lots and lots of loot. This is a loot-heavy game. It's all sorts of weird crap that you can pick up, all with all sorts of different statistics, and, you know, it's interesting in that fashion. We gotta go foot our way up to church. I'm gonna go wander around all these buildings, too. Just because there's, you know, there's stuff in these buildings. Break down all these doors. That cop just wakes the fuck up. And yeah, you just wreck these zombies. Like, zombies are a good choice for this kind of game, because it is, you're able to just rip through them, which is kind of what you want from a ARPG. Yeah, I'm aware how leveling up works. I will show people that in a second. Thank you, tutorial. Just gonna look around, make sure there's not any more loot in here, and there is not. So let's go look at the this system then. So go in here, and I'm just gonna shut all this up. Yep, no, we got it. Thank you. Thank you. So, fucking goddamn it. Oh my god, I understand how this stuff works. Shut up. Yeah, the tutorial is unnecessarily deep, I guess. Yeah, skill tree. This shows all the skills that the character can earn up to level 21. These kind of come in different paths: melee, range, defense, passive. Obviously, no, I got it. Thank you. Thank you. Right now, the only thing we can learn is bash. Strikes an enemy with the back of his hand, dealing 5% more damage. But you also, you know, get more stuff like these. Get various range attacks. He can use flamethrowers and thrown weapons, but he can't use regular guns. You get defensive abilities, and you get passive abilities, and all sorts of stuff. So we'll get this. And then I can apply this to a weapon. If I were to take, like, let's say, I could apply this here. If I were to go into here, and just unequip this, unequip that pipe wrench, I can then equip bash on here, and therefore he can just use that, and I can then drop points into these. Clicking on these. Yeah, it's not a fantastically great system, but it works. It does the job. Get out of that. Continue to move forward. And now you can see that ability there. I cost some stamina to use that. Stamina is this ring, basically, around my my character, around my health, with the blood bag being my health. It's not a fantastic system, but, you know, makes sense. What do you got to say, guy?
What happened?
Have you been living under a
Yeah, no, the dead are rising. Got it. And he's like, hey, can you go help me kill all these dead? I'd like that. And we can totally do that. That's my backhand. He's using a little bit of my my stamina. All right, I killed all those zombies. Thank you, guy.
Thanks, buddy. I'm sorry.
All right.
He's in the gym.
Church, got it. Thank you. And it kind of proceeds like this. It's not an overly deep game, I guess, but it's kind of interesting. As far as these kind of ARPGs go, I feel like it works. And as for the lockdown part of the title, that's because you are locked in this town, which kind of allows them to do their very standard level-based progression and whatnot. Keeps things contained. Anything over here? There's a crate over here. I bet there's nothing of use in there. Yup. Fantastic. Keep moving. Go over here. Go to the church. Talk to the sheriff. We'll be in here somewhere. And then the dead will show up, because the dead always show up.
Who are you?
What do you gotta say?
How the hell did you get in here?
I'm not here to hurt you.
Wow, that guy's voice is
Just
so
trying
ridiculously
to find
deep.
my daughter.
You heard the
Like, I
radio
feel like they
play?
altered that to make it sound crazier and deeper.
Looking for...
All right.
Alright, go to the radio station. Got it. But first go to the penitentiary so I can talk to the guy who used to run the radio station. Also save the sheriff, who's not particularly good at defending himself. Also, you see it keeps saying minus fear. Reducing my fear is what levels me up. It's basically like a reverse XP gauge. It's weird. I don't know why they couldn't just make it XP, but whatever. Reducing my fear will level me up. Check for this, get a jacket. Now I can finally equip some clothes. That looks even weirder. Go over here. Let's see what we got here. Axe. So this is +8, +4, +60. I don't think any of these are all that great. Nah. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. At least we got some defense now. And I can just pop an orange, and you can see just an item immediately replaces it. Oh, that sheriff dies. I've failed my mission. Now I have to redo that again. That's a bummer, because like zombies will spring up behind you, and yeah, it's not great. There's, again, as I said, there's some stuff about this that's not great. A lot of it is, I found is quest progression. Like, the points that kind of determine how far you are in a quest aren't necessarily as clear as they could be, and just, it's kind of a bummer. When the game is just letting you click around and murder things, that's when it's at its best. But when it's kind of asking you to be a bit more, I don't know, precise about stuff, it can be an issue. Especially when you have to defend characters. There is a couple of different points where you have to defend characters, and it's a real bummer whenever they make you do that. It just doesn't work great. That guy, and now I have protected the sheriff because I killed all those enemies. Go
Good
talk to the
job,
sheriff.
my
Yo, you're safe. Great. Thanks for letting me reach level 3. We can go leave this area and go explore further parts of the town, go find our first boss, because there are totally bosses in this game, which is kind of weird, to be absolutely honest, but whatever. They're both the exact fucking same. And I've lost my armor and pants and shit. That's a pity, because that stuff was okay. As you can see, there is durability to this stuff. That's what that green overlay is, which means it is all eventually going to fall apart. Which sucks. Weapon durability sucks. No one ever likes weapon durability. I don't know why they felt the need to throw that in there, but it's in there, so that's great. There's co-op in this as well. We're not playing it co-op, obviously, but you can play with multiple players, and there are totally skills in the game that are good for that. The Exorcist has a lot of really good healing skills because he is a member of the clergy, and he can kind of heal up his team and keep things going, so that's great, especially if you're going to play the game solo. It's useful to have those extra healing abilities. There's definitely lots of buffing and stuff like that you can do. There is some small degree of just kind of like of strategy here, I guess. It works. Lots of enemies, lots of weapons. There's stuff to do, and that's appreciated. That said, most of the enemies are kind of just like more zombies. You know, I haven't found a ton of enemies yet that are anything more than a different flavor of zombie. I found some crawling guys. That was kind of cool, but like aside from that, it's been the enemy assortment has been pretty much what you'd expect. Also, I should pop an orange, and I should go. So, important thing to note is it does not pause while I'm in this screen. While I'm here, the game is not paused. Enemies can still run up on me and get me. So it's important to know. It's important to make sure you are not putting yourself in a bad position there. Character attacks. We equip two-handed melee weapon. That sounds pretty good, but I need a two-handed melee weapon for that. Also, increase my strength. So these all increase different things. Add experience points to increase all melee attacks. Weapon attacks, I don't get the difference there. Spiritual is spiritual mystic attacks. Intelligence is just all attacks. Like, this stuff is kind of meaningless nonsense for a lot of that. Like, I don't know what the difference between a melee attack and a weapon attack is. So, that's kind of a bummer. Like, it could definitely be a lot clearer with a lot of that upgrade stuff. Go talk to this hobo.
Hello, my
You can converse
friend.
to real life. Hobos are the ones who have all the money and all the stuff. We can sell all this business. Just sell it all, because I'm not going to use any of it. Sell the military gloves I don't have equipped. Deal. Now I've got all this cash. I could repair my cleaver, but I'm not going to bother, because I'm probably just going to buy a better one. Let's see. What does this mean? Unrepairable. Right. I could use a two-handed melee weapon is what I'm looking for. Also, black jacket could be useful. I can't use that, because it's a blade type. I can use this chainsaw, however, so I think we're going to go with that. I think we're going to go with chainsaw. Because, hell yeah. Chainsaw. Thank you.
Well, it has been a
You know what?
pleasure.
Say what you want about this game. Most games don't let you equip a chainsaw as your default melee, so it's got that. That was kind of a just. I like that that's a multiple hit. It's like the machine gun of melee weapons. Bunch of little multiple hits. Kill that torso. Kill that guy. You can't beat my chainsaw. Oh, and it stun locks them. Get back here! I've got to murder you with chainsaw death. It's such a placid animation. It's just like, nah, nah. It looks like he's hedge trimming. And not, you know, sawing a human being in half. It's goofy. It's a goofy game. Probably the biggest problem with this game is that it's too pricey. It's overpriced. It's $20, which, for the quality of what's here, I have to be honest and say I think it seems like a little much. It's not. I don't think it's a terrible game. I think there's some promise to the ARPG systems on display, and there's some unique stuff here by placing this in a zombie apocalypse. But like, it's not that well made. I don't know how long it is. And there's some buggy, weird shit about it. It makes me just think this is not worth $20. Get on sale. You know, goes down to 10. Hell, maybe even 15. That's an entirely different story, but just as it is at this price. But I'm still chopping all these zombies up, and that's pretty cool. I'm still enjoying that. There's another butcher. He's also gonna die, because I've got this chainsaw, and I am unstoppable. Eat that donut, eat another donut. Run to our first boss. Bosses are just like other enemies that look a lot like the enemies you've already fought, but, you know, they're bigger and they're shinier. That guy was harder when I was the Exorcist. Kill another zombie dog. Zombie dogs are the only animal zombies I've run into so far, but, you know, I'm hoping they'll go crazier with that later.
By government order, this city...
Yeah, this is the lockdown part. We're all trapped in the city, so that's a thing. I'm gonna go to the penitentiary. The penitentiary. Show off some other areas, and then maybe we'll switch over to the Exorcist real soon, just because I've got him up quite a bit. The game definitely moves. It moves at a decent clip. Go talk to this guy. What do you got to say, Officer Cooper?
I need to get inside and speak with one of the
God, his voice is just like, it's mixed in such a weird way compared to everybody else's voice.
We want to talk to...
Charlie Ray Hansen.
Alright. Just gonna go inside and go. Thank you. Definitely a lot of dialogue. But that said, they move at a good clip, and the dialogue has been decent, so no complaints from me. I think the game, for as much as it doesn't look great, I think it looks appropriate. I like the amount of blood that spills everywhere when you're killing these zombies. I think that is appropriate. Like, look at that. It's just everywhere. And as the parts roll around the ground, it spills off more. Like, that's what you want from a game like this, you know? Which, that's something. That is, I feel like this is fulfilling its concept in a decent enough fashion. Yep. Slicey dicey. I am so glad I wasted all my money on this freaking chainsaw. Also, it occurs to me, I did not. There we go. Now I'm defensed up, and I won't have to waste as many food items. Something I don't like about the food thing is that it automatically puts in whatever the most powerful healing item you have in as the next slot, when realistically I'd like it to put in the weaker ones first. That way I'm not wasting my super powerful healing items automatically. You know? It's a bummer. Like, watch, I'm gonna drink this water. I brought a hot dog. Instead of, maybe I gotta, like, organize these? Like, I just like it to put the weakest stuff in before it puts in the really good stuff, in order to save my good stuff. But it's been just, at least last time I played it specifically, it was not doing that. It was putting in, other stuff first. How the hell do I get in here? I guess I can just go through this door, right? Yeah. Into the first cell block. Well, I would say zombies happen to this place. Kill this guy. I bet he doesn't like that. Oh. Gotta level up quick. Oh no, can't I kill this guy before he gets on me? Oh, I escaped him. And then chainsaws. Again, it's just such a... Like, he barely moves that chainsaw. It looks like he is trimming hedges. That's it. But nope. Sawing people in half. It's goofy. It's very, very goofy. I should probably level up. Hopefully I'm safe here. I'm probably not, but hopefully I'm safe here. I got a whole bunch of skill points to use. Use this. How about these? How about this? Apply. I didn't even look at what those did. And then weapon. Just gonna put it all into weapon. Why not? I feel like the chainsaw is probably a weapon, and that is what I'm working with. So you can see that zombie up there is moving. Put on these. I get extra bonuses from these things. And then there's active ones, so these are defensive skills. They appear up there, so now I can pop 3 to use that one, which is, I didn't even look at what that did. What does it do? Surrounding enemies get stunned for a period of 5 seconds. Bosses, militia soldiers, tanks, and helicopters are immune to the skill. That means I'm gonna fight helicopters at one point. Zombie helicopters. What happened to that guy? Yo, guy, where are you? He's over there. Let's pop my skill. See what it does. Boom. Wow, I don't even like animate. Just puts out a whole bunch of fart gas, and that's that. Not that I'm complaining. Let's go open up the doors and let all these prisoners out. Cause that can only go well for us. That will only work in our favor. Open that. Go in there. Hit this switch. Or slash it. Whatever. That's a thing. That works too. And now zombies! Need my chainsaw! Eventually this chainsaw will break apart, and it's not really a problem for me. I got other weapons. And I'll just go repair it, and then buy another chainsaw. Because yeah, you can repair weapons. Repairing weapons is pretty costly, but it's generally worthwhile, especially if you found a really good one. Again, like this chainsaw. Chainsaws are pretty great. Let's bump out of here. Go check out my exorcist. So go back to the main menu. Yup. Again, I don't dislike this game. I think it's interesting. I think it's got a kind of a cool vibe in a lot of ways, and I think the basic gameplay isn't bad. It's just it's kind of poorly made in spots, and there's some janky stuff that it doesn't make it feel like it's worth $20. God damn it! I did not mean to pick Create again. I'm really bad at that, and you'll kind of see what I mean when we get into the Exorcist. Because the point I'm at with the Exorcist, we're much farther in the game with this guy, and it's kind of gotten to the bulk of what makes this game unique, and that is the fact that there is driving in it, which is weird. I'm gonna skip past this cutscene because we don't need to see it. There's some soldiers. This guy's be like, "Hey, man."
I'm here to find a missing brother.
Yeah,
I know he
I'm a
went
priest
through
guy. And he's like, "Hey, go find me a car." So we're gonna go find him a car. Yeah, this is my priest. He's completely different, obviously. He's good with blades, and he's good with crosses, so I can do this. I can shoot fucking Hatikins. And he's got healing abilities. These are both heals. One is a big area heal, one is a personal heal. He's got a bunch of food items, and more importantly, he's got medicine items, because you see, I am constantly losing health, and my health is green. I'm not poisoned. I'm infected with the zombie virus, so I'm constantly losing health. And medicine will heal me a little bit, and also allay the symptoms for a short time. So that's one of the ways they try to kind of make this feel different, is they create, that infection mechanic. Kill some guys, show you what my skills look like now. See, he's got some cool stuff to him. A lot of the range stuff gets caught up on environmental business, which is a bummer. Lots of different weapon types in this game, at the very least, which is nice. Each class gets a whole bunch of stuff to use. Like, as a priest, I'm good with crossbows and bows. I'm good with swords. I'm good with crucifixes and censures and holy water, all sorts of holy business. Like, that's a cool mechanic. I like that there's a whole bunch of stuff for them to do. And now we're gonna drive the car, and you'll see what I mean by this game being kind of janky. So, getting this old beater. And now we're in this car. It's my speedometer. There's no car health, but the car does have health. So that's a problem. And I can just run into guys. I kill them. I get experience for it. I'll also pick up items automatically this way, which is kind of useful. Oh, shit. And I gotta be careful driving into stuff, because if I drive into it wrong, I will die. On the bright side, I can hold the... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. If I hold the right control button, I will totally handbrake, which seems... Yeah, kind of handbrake around. That's a weird game. Go kill this guy. I'm also gonna go kill these militia dudes. I get extra points for killing people. Okay, get out of this thing. I just clicked to get out of it. So driving's in this game. Driving is super weird that it's in this game. I don't feel like it should be in this game, but it's in this game. I also leveled up, which I could do something about, but I don't particularly care, and I need to get in there somehow. So let's encircle this place until I can find a way in, like right there. Look at that. And get into that car. My whole goal is to get a car for that army general so he can escape. He wants a fantastic, pretty new car. Hey, look, it's Honest O'Bannon. What's up, Mr.
Hey,
O'Bannon?
boy, what are you doing here? You thinking about stealing one of my precious cars?
I was.
All right, now get the hell out of here, boy.
I did not mean to upset you.
Okay.
Oh, so's that piece of no-good military trash, Captain Campbell.
I guess he already tried to negotiate a deal with this guy.
Anyone these days. What do you want to cross?
All right.
Looking for a missing...
All right, son. I'll help you. So let's make a deal. You help this old man.
Okay.
out here with a favor or two.
Just
What are the
My daughter,
favors?
Beverly.
We're gonna go looking for stuff. Gotta go find his cheerleader daughter, which means we're gonna have to murder a zombie cheerleader because it's that kind of game.
Please find me.
Okay.
All right. Well, do you have a no? All right. Drive around town and look for Honest O'Bannon's daughter. Okay. Fine. Can we get in this other car? Because that would be helpful. You need the key to this car. All right. That is the car clearly that we need for. Fuck off. That was the car clearly that we need for the army officer. Alligator wrench. Yeah, there's a whole fucking ton of weapons in this game. You can see it's kind of continued on. I've got this cutthroat razor. I've got this machete. I got my crucifix. I got all sorts of items. I've got skills of large varieties and passive and active business. I've got skill point too. Let's put it in there. That said, I'm clearly a decent chunk of the way through the game at this point, so that's important to note. What do I want to get? Rapture. Glowing orb shield reduces all damage taken in 100%. There's some weird language. Reduces all damage taken in one. I assume they mean by 100% for a period of 8 seconds. I'm gonna buy this thing that increases my food. My thing for getting food. What is this? Stamina control costs are useful. Cutthroat, blades, swords. I'm using a sword, so get rid of the blade. And there we go. I go back this way. Oh, I'm losing health. I should probably eat a thing. I don't know what I just ate. It looks gross. Go find my car, drive around. I've probably shown kind of what I need to show of this game. As I said, 20 bucks on Steam. I don't think it's bad. I think it's the current, like, reviews on Steam don't look good for this. And I can get why, but I don't think it's as bad as people are making it out to be. I think there's some interesting stuff here that makes it a little bit more interesting than people are giving it credit for. I think the driving stuff, for as kind of bad as it is neat, and I think just the whole zombie ARPG thing is a really kind of cool way to go with it. You know, I like the idea of the way it is doing its skills and abilities and all that business. I will note that I still think there's definitely some jank here, that there's definitely some serious problems with it, but it's an interesting game. Oh, I can just get in this. Sure, yeah. This car will last even longer. So yeah, Trap Dead Lockdown, 20 bucks on Steam. As always, I'm your host, Halfbeard, and I think we're out. Later, guys.